We went from chilling and having a nice family dinner and barbecue to the police banging on the door and arresting a friend of one of my family members and taking them to a psychiatric facility. We were having a cool time, so it was completely random and it almost seemed like an abduction until we found out the truth. Welcome back to Jay's Psych War Stories.
Hey, we are living in a psych ward. I'm quite sure this is psych ward. I'm quite sure.
So an evening full of fun, barbecue, laughs, and movies turned into a sour evening interrupted by law enforcement who took a friend of one of my family members away to a psychiatric facility for reasons that shocked us all. And it also informed me on what the police were allowed to do and what they have at their disposal in order to find someone that they're looking for. Now, this is before AI and some of the mass surveillances that are going on have been revealed, or at least to me, because a lot of it's been going on for a while. But a friend of the family had had an interesting day before they had decided to spend time with us that evening, which we had a great time. We played cards, we were eating, we were laughing, we were talking. Everything seemed completely normal. And then all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. Such and such city police, open up. Huh? Y'all got the wrong house. And we black. So we're like, if you're banging on the door and you already feel like you have the authority to be here, that doesn't seem like a scenario that we want to set ourselves up for. But the man of the house goes to the door to greet the police, and they're like, this is in a very nice neighborhood. And so they're like, hey, what can we do for you? And they're like, yes, we're looking for an individual in question whose location actually ended up being here. And they said the name of the individual. And the man of the house says, one moment. So he goes and pulls my cousin to the side and says, hey, they're asking for your friend here. Do you know anything about this? And at this point, we're all kind of standing by and see what was going on. But then cousin goes to talk to said friend. Friend has a look of doom, gloom, and despair on their face. And they say, oh. So they go to the police and he's trying to figure out what they know. But clearly he knows something. He's kind of stalling, but I kind of hear that he was dealing with a crisis with his parent. And apparently there were some things said regarding self-harm and harming others that ended up getting him reported to the police. And so the police, right in front of everybody, just said, yeah, so you said this to your mom earlier. You said that you were going to harm yourself and then harm her. Does that sound familiar? And before they went into any more detail, he just said, just take me to the hospital. Just take me. So I'm talking to him. I'm like, look, man, I understand you going through stuff and it's okay. Matter of fact, you've been cool. If you want somebody to come and visit you while you're in there, here's my number. You can give me a call. No shame here. Let's get you some help. That kind of helped the situation feel a little bit better for everybody, because what do, right? You're looking like, do I even know this person? But people go through stuff. Not everybody has to share their dirty laundry and business. And sometimes people say and do things that they're not proud of. And that shouldn't, in most cases, have you judge their entire sense of character. So I know that was a very embarrassing day for him, but the police were able to locate him through his cell phone. And at the time, that was a while ago, but at the time I'm like, huh? So you can track somebody down using their cell phone? Mind you, this person was not a minor. Clearly, I don't know the law enough, but that definitely floored me and how they found him. And when I asked them how they found him, they said his cell phone. Because before they knocked on the door, we did notice that there were some lights shining through in the basement, which means that they were walking around the property doing an investigation trying to find something, which is pretty kind of crazy in the first place. But y'all let me know in the comments what you think about this. Did you know the police were able to do that? Stuff be getting weird out here, and you need to know before you go to the psych ward. So if you or somebody that you know is thinking about going to the psych ward, or you're tired of going to psych wards without knowing how the system works, you need to pick up Jay's Psych Ward Survival Guide. I go through the beginner steps on everything you need to know before you go into the psych ward, what you need to know once you get into the psych ward, what staff members are going to best help you with resources, who's on your side, how do the days flow, secrets about the system from the inside that I can tell you based on me working, so that if you end up in a predicament where you need to go or you end up there, you know what to do. So you could pick you up a physical copy, or you could pick you up a digital copy. And if you want to join a community of like-minded people who get it, people that are at different levels of mental health struggles, we are in a destigmatized space on my school community, the Psych Ward Survival Club. We have weekly discussions. We talk about the system. We talk about the stories in which we live through in the psych ward, and support one another by sharing and relating. And it's good vibes over there. Some of the strongest people I know sharing some of the most passionate stories. So I encourage you to check that out as well. So like this video, share this video if you care. And until next time, like for more stories.